Lions hot on their tails at 7-2. Menlo in their home whites, attacking right to left on your screen. Vanguard visiting blues trimmed in yellow. Blue numbers with the yellow outline going left to right. It'll be Akulu and Brown to jump it up. And the opening tip is won by the Lions. Here we go. Medansky hands it off to CE to run the offense. Talk about the matchup of Brown and Akulu, of course, but CE and Boley, a good matchup as well. Two of the better point guards in the conference. Here is CE. Oaks come out in a 2-3 zone. CE hands it off, now shoveled back to Medansky. Medansky struggled with her jump shot this year, 10 on the shot clock. And that's Matosian, and she hits a little 10-foot J in the paint. Full court press look coming out for the Lions. The Oaks break it quickly. Here comes Jordan Rosette. Euro step, throws it off glass. No good. Offensive rebound. Huggins. She gets the kiss off the glass for the deuce. And we're tied up at 2. Oaks coming with a full court press look here.
This is going to be very telling, Ryan. This is going to be very, very telling. If both teams try to press one another, but Oaks' press is what got them back into this game, forcing that kind of chaotic full court time-burning defense. If Vanguard can do the same to the Oaks, that could even the playing field here. Because that press is what opened up a lot of things for Menlo to go on the road in the last time.
The Lions able to break the press on that last possession. Akulu with the lay-in. A nice feed from Hallie CE. Again, point guard to center. That's going to be something to keep an eye on for both teams. Boley to Brown, CE to Akulu. Huggins penetrates, gets it off the glass. It's good, and she's got the first 4 points for the Oaks. And for Jasmine Huggins, she went for 7 points and 7 boards against Vanguard, on pace for a better scoring night already right now. Soft pass there. Matosian gobbles it up, sends it cross court to the starting wing player. That's number 30, Alexis Silva, getting the start for Jaron Madsen. CE crossover at the elbow, picks it up, throws it in the corner. Medansky thinks about the three, thinks better of it. Late shot clock opportunity, poked out of bounds by Kiara Brown. And as the old adage goes, the team that wins the deflection battle often goes on to win the game. And of course, the first deflection there going to Kiara Brown, sticking her long wing out there to knock it out of bounds. Long three from Medansky, misses everything, and that'll go out of bounds. And essentially it's a turnover, not truly a turnover in the stats, but the air ball goes out of bounds over to the Oaks, and here comes that full court press look. Tip of the spear there is Akulu. Boley throws it into the front court. This is Rosette, cross court, long pass to Lily Hunter. Now Kiara Brown turns, rips, reverse layup is no good, but she'll head to the free throw line. Kiara Brown with a chance for 2, and the Oaks penetrating inside early. Kiara Brown to the free throw line, where on the season she is a 74% free throw shooter. Can't complain too much. Into your starting center, shooting nearly 75%. She swishes that one home. Not much arc on the shot, the free shot, I should say, from Kiara Brown. She doesn't have much arc on her jump shot either, but she gets it to go a good percentage of the time. This one rattles in, out, and back in, and you can count it, and the Oaks ahead by 2. It's 6-4, and we'll have the first sub for the Lions, as stepping on is number 21. That is, beg your pardon, I have the men's team notes open. Number 21, Aisling Crabtree, and the turnover forced by the Oaks. That press doing wonders so far for Menlo. Rosette to inbound it. Oaks in a box set. It's given over to Boley to run the offense. It's a full 30 on the shot clock. Brown finds a cutting Huggins. It's good. Huggins has 6 of the first 8 for the Oaks, and a little high-low action there. Brown shuffles that on down to Huggins. Akulu running the court well. Gives it over to Crabtree, who quickly backs it out. Over to Medansky. Wants to penetrate. Stopped by Rosette. And the pass stolen away by Kiara Brown. She can run the court very well for a post player. She wants to go coast to coast, but she is whistled for the charge. Lowers the shoulder there. Bowls over Medansky. Headsy play there by Ariana Medansky, the 5'8 senior, to step in front of the bruising Brown coming down the court.
That's a very clutch play, Ryan. Turnovers were the disadvantage of this Vanguard team. We're already seeing them struggling to break into the press. That's the important thing I just saved, and a foul on Kiara Brown.
And Medansky looking to answer with a 3. She airballs her second one. May have kissed the front of the rim. No reset on the shot clock, so no, it did not. But There was more than 20 on there anyway. Corner three, no good. This time from Matosian. Rebound gobbled up by Brown, and she gives it off to her point guard, Boley. Now in the corner, it's Rosette, finds a cutting Brown out to Lily Hunter. Hunter thought about the three, now gives it back to Huggins. Huggins, no threat out there from the perimeter, takes one dribble in towards that nail. Tries to hand it off to Rosette. Rosette somehow keeps that from going over and back. Gets it to Huggins, 8 on the shot clock. Huggins to Brown, thinks about the long jumper, pulls up from the charity stripe and rattles it home. And Menlo's up 10-4. 3 minutes and change into this one. Press break again for the Lions. Boley, another deflection, but it's able to be beaten over to Madansky, who gives it off to the point guard. That is Alexa Silva. Now Madansky penetrates. She is swatted by Jasmine Huggins. Offensive rebound by Akulu. 10 on the shot clock. Silva to her right. Hands it off to Madansky. Hasn't had it going from three yet. Matosian thinks about it. She's missed one already. Matosian step back is blocked by Rosette. And that'll be a shot clock violation. What a defensive possession by the Oaks.
Vanguard can keep pace. They went 5 for 33 from 3. If the rebound's not falling, can Achilles score enough? Can Aileen C score enough in the half court to keep pace against one of the better defenses in this conference? We're going to find out. It's all Oaks right now.
Turnover there committed by the Menlo Oaks, and it's back over to Vanguard. Vanguard nearly loses it in the backcourt there. The pass from Matosian nearly over the head of Silva, but they're able to break the press. Here comes Madansky. Madansky down low to Akulu. Akulu kicks it out. Little shot put three is up and good from Crabtree. Little Sean Marion action there coming from the chest on that three-point shot. Almost looks like a chest pass. Jumper no good from Kiara Brown, but the Oaks get the offensive board. And Shea Boley wants to slow things down. Boley penetrates and gets the finger roll to go. 12-7 Oaks. Timeout called by head coach Russ Davis. We'll take the break with them. All Menlo early. 12-7, 4:49 to go in this first quarter on the Menlo. All of your keys to success for Menlo have been on point as they've come out the gates hot, ahead 12-7. Why don't you elaborate on those a little bit more?
I mean, absolutely. The first and most pressing one, a little bit of a play on words there, is the Oaks pressuring on the perimeter, pressuring in the full court. This Vanguard team doesn't have a lot of ball handlers outside of C as another turnover happens there. If the Oaks can pressure them, not only do you generate turnovers, easy buckets, the like, if you force Vanguard to operate in an offensive setting with 20 seconds on the shot clock, not a lot of time, especially when you are running offense through the post. And the second one is depth. Now, we haven't seen this come to fruition yet, really, but Alberta Frisch already checking in. The Oaks have the ability to go 9 deep easily with 9 players able to pass, rebound, defend, score. Because Vanguard had the ability to match that. In their last matchup, the Oaks bench 24 points.
Another steal here for the Oaks.
Another easy two. Vanguard's bench 3. And the last big one is dominate the arc both ways. Now, we haven't seen Menlo hit from deep, but they've also forced numerous air balls from 3. If Vanguard could not generate those 3-point looks, I said 5 for 33 in their last matchup, it could be very difficult for them to keep pace with an Oaks team that has multiple shooters. So right now, it's turning up all Oaks, and while I'm not on the sideline coaching, if I was, the girls are playing exactly how I want them to.
Well, the one Achilles heel you could call out right there, not getting a body on the rebound. Third chance opportunity Vanguard just scored on, but the Oaks still ahead by 7. Jordan Rosette penetrates around Akulu, hangs in the air, throws it off glass, no good, and chasing down the offensive rebound. That's going to go off of her hands. Her foot was on the baseline, and it's back over to the Lions, and back on Hallie CE replacing Ariana Madansky.
That's where Achilles is just so good. Her presence is just so impactful. It's not even about the shot blocking, it's about the shot altering. And that's where she's so good on this other end. Jordan Rosette, the most efficient scorers in the league. And this is a pretty easy two because she has really one of the best defenders in the country.
Trying to make up for it there was Rosette, nearly poking it away from CE. CE kicks it out, three-pointer up, and no good from Matosian. And this time the Oaks get a body on a body. Huggins with the defensive board. Frisch tries to thread the needle into Kiara Brown. It's deflected out of bounds by Crabtree. And the Oaks will keep possession. Substitution here for the Oaks, second already today, as Jesney Cooper steps on, replacing Jordan Rosette. 16-9 our score. Ball is deflected and not quite stolen by Crabtree as she caught that one stepping on the sideline. So possession stays with the Oaks. Cooper over to inbound it here. Oaks go from a box set. Or not quite a box set. Ball inbounded here. Shea Boley working right to left. Gives it out to Cooper. Cooper, a three-point specialist. Her drive stopped there, and then her pass intercepted by Hallie CE. CE throws it forward to Akulu. Akulu lays it in, and it's a 5-point game. Melissa Akulu with 6 points, matching the Oaks' leading scorer, Jasmine Huggins. And then she comes up with the interception on that pass, shovels it back to CE. CE penetrates, now throws it out. Matosian's pass is picked, this time by Jasmine Huggins. Huggins, a little shovel pass forward to Kiara Brown. Too strong on the glass. Bodies hit the floor. Huggins runs over CE. And it is going to be a foul on Jasmine Huggins.
What's going on? Brittany just texted saying, I'm coming through, but very faintly. What's that? Test.
Matosian lays it in as we apologize for some technical difficulties there. Hopefully we fix that. Make sure we get Drew's levels all squared away there. Boley finds a cutting Frisch. Frisch, one more pass down to Kiara Brown.
That's what Frisch best. She brings a swagger and a flair to this offense. Plays with almost a Melanie Ginobili-like-esque ability to pass, score. I mean, there's not a lot of players in this conference that can make such a quick read for an easy two.
Only a sophomore Frisch, so a lot to be excited about from this young point guard out of Rungsted Kist, Denmark. She'll get the matchup with Hallie CE. CE throws up a finger roll, misses it short. CE tries to get her own rebound, hitting the deck, chasing it down is Jesney Cooper. Held ball, possession back over to the Oaks. Substitutions for both sides. Frida Schmidt and Tia Morgan come on for Menlo. And stepping on for the Lions, I will say, they wear these sharp jerseys for sure, but not the easiest number to see. That's number 24. That's Natalie Scherzer.
This is where the Oaks depth comes into play. Tia Morgan, Frida Schmidt are the types of players that you'd see deep in rotations for other programs, and they're coming in as your 7th and 8th sub. Tia Morgan was starting for the Oaks early in this year, so seeing her come off the bench is just such a boon for a team when you have a kind of 3-4 hybrid wing that can do so much as your 7th player.
And Shea Boley penetrates, kicks it out. Frida Schmidt for three, no good. And going up to try and get the offensive board there was Tia Morgan. She bats it out to the corner, nobody there. And it's going to go possession back over to the Lions. Tia Morgan, a player that the Oaks were extremely excited about when she came in. Of course, suffered a season-ending injury in her first collegiate game against UC Merced last year. Happened, in fact, right in front of where we're sitting right now. A scary collision at the end of that game. But she's back. She's started this year. She's come off the bench. She's also missed some time with injury as a foul is going to be whistled against the Oaks. It looks like it's going to be Frida Schmidt getting whistled for the foul. And free throws forthcoming for the Lions. And it will be Melissa Akulu. 2 shots coming for Akulu, who is a 65% free throw shooter. This one rattles home true. Gets to the free throw line quite a bit, does Akulu, and you can't be too upset again with 65% from your big man, you know. You think back in the days of the excuse that post player can't shoot. And Shaquille O'Neal shooting sub 50%. There, an offensive rebound brought in by Crabtree, and a reset here for the Lions. 20 on the shot clock. It's down low to Akulu. Now inside out. Corner three up and good for Crabtree. It's a 1-point game.
One of my keys for the Lions is going to be those second chance possessions. Can Akulu be more than just a scorer and a rebounder? Look, she's going to get her buckets. She's going to get her trips to the line. If she can create for others, now we're talking about a very dynamic Vanguard offense. When it's just Akulu one-on-one, the Oaks will live with that.
Three-pointer from Boley. She doesn't take many of those shots all too often. This one comes up short, and there are 12 seconds remaining here. Shot clock is turned off, and the Lions will hold for the last shot. It's CE. CE works to her left. Between the wickets, dribble, penetrates, loses it, picks it up in the paint, throws it off glass and in at the buzzer, and the Lions will take a 19-18 lead heading into the first quarter break. We'll take the break with them. 19-18 Lions heading into the second quarter right here on the GSAC. Just about ready to get the second quarter underway. Menlo trails Vanguard 19-18. Both teams shooting at a high clip. Menlo at 53%, Vanguard at 50%. The Lions out-rebounding the Oaks 10-6, and the Lions start with the ball here in the second quarter. Stoppage here as the shot clock did not start there, so we'll see those 4 seconds that ticked off the game clock. He ticked off the shot clock, and Vanguard will restart here. Matosian to inbound it to Hallie CE, defended by Alberta Frisch. CE working right to left, hands it off to Matosian. Now shovel back and over to Scherzer. Scherzer out to Akulu in the short corner. Akulu with 10 on the shot clock gives it back out to Matosian. Running out of time here, the Vanguard Lions offense. CE steps into a three and cannot get it to go, and Jordan Rosette pulls the rebound away from Scherzer. 24 taking it away from 24, and here come the Oaks. Kiara Brown looks for a cutting. Huggins ready for it was Matosian. Instead, Rosette tries a three, no good. And the rebound brought in by CE. Lucky Jasmine Huggins didn't get called for going over the back there. Matosian penetrates, shovels it to Akulu. Whistle blows, questionable foul call there. Looked like Jordan Rosette got a whole lot of ball there.
I love this Oaks 3-forward, almost 4-forward lineup possession. Particularly with the emergence of Jasmine Huggins. She'd always been a really great second unit, kind of big, a little bit of scoring, a little bit of rebounding, but she's really had a breakout year here going into her last year. With the Rosette, Brown, Huggins trio, you just have so much switchability, so much strength, so much athleticism. I really think Shannon Spataro has unlocked something here, inserting Huggins in the lineup, which actually coincided with this run, if I'm not mistaken, when they ripped off their 11-game win streak.
Oaks break the press here. Akulu goes 1 for 2 at the line. Pass sent in just a little bit behind Brown. She doesn't catch it in rhythm, but turns around, tries to hit the jumper. No good. Rebound brought in by Matosian, and CE wants to run. Ali CE now backs it out to run the offense. And to that point, Drew, extremely exciting to see Rosette and Huggins on the court together. For so much time in their careers, they've both played the four. So with Rosette moving to the three, showing her ability to knock down the jump shot the way she has this year, including 6 threes against Vanguard as CE throws it out. The three is on its way and good from Vanguard's number 21, Ashlyn Crabtree. It's been really special to see these two on the court. They came in together. Rosette redshirted her first year. Huggins did not. But the two of them playing together has, like you said, unlocked a new level for this Oaks squad and why they're ranked in the top 25. Right now, down by 5, 23-18. A nice run here for the Lions, 6-0 to push them ahead by 5. Rosette has her inbound pass stolen away by Akulu. Got to be so tough to get that inbound pass to Akulu, but then she pushes off trying to get that over-the-top pass from CE and gets whistled for the foul. For Akulu, that's her first foul. Just the second foul in this game called on the Lions. First team foul here in the second quarter. 1 on CE, 1 on Akulu, so no one in foul trouble yet. Ball inbounded to Brown. Brown will take it up the court. That's what's so special about Brown. She has the ball handling ability of a guard. Now Lily Hunter passed up a three. Surprised to see that. She's been almost automatic from that corner. Instead, she'll go into her point guard route, tries to throw it down low to Rosette. It's batted away right back to Hunter, gives it off to Huggins, pulls up from the elbow, no good. Offensive board brought in by Kiara Brown, and a fresh 20 for the Oaks. She'll reset it back to the point guard, Alberta Frisch. Frisch has screens either direction, finds a rolling Kiara Brown, and a questionable call on Kiara Brown. CE from our vantage point, looked like she was falling over before contact was even initiated, but a charge is the call.
I have to agree with you there, Ryan. I'll give her credit. She sold it very well. There was definitely contact, but this is the type of game with these big matchups with star players. Not sure if Kiara Brown, an all-conference player, one of the best players in Menlo history, deserves to get one of those in such a tightly contested game.
And that's her second foul already here in the second quarter. I'm sure head coach Shannon Spataro was having that same conversation with our referee that you were just having. Penetrates CE, fakes the pass right, then lays it in. And it's 25-18 Lions continuing this scoring run. The Oaks trying to break out of the drought. And Lily Hunter has it poked away by Akulu. Excellent hustle play from Akulu, coming up from behind and sticking out the mitt to poke that one away. Scherzer bounce pass to Akulu, tries a little 10-foot jumper, no good. Huggins with the rebound, and the Oaks need a basket in the worst kind of way. Hunter, three, misses short. Akulu with the rebound.
This is where Akulu, as I mentioned earlier, is really big and impactful. 8 points is great. You want scoring from your best player. But she's been very dynamic on the defensive end as a rebounder. This is the type of game she has to have. We know she'll get her 20, but can she come up with those steals, those possessions, those rebounds, those second chance opportunities? And so far, the answer is yes.
Lily Hunter whistled for the foul there on Matosian. She'll step off for Shea Boley. Assume Shea Boley goes back to the point. Alberta Frisch moves to the 2, and it's the same 3 starting forwards for the Oaks. Rosette, Huggins, Brown. First one from Matosian, up and good. Extends the lead out to 8 for the Vanguard Lions. Matosian on the season, just a 54% free throw shooter. Would have fooled me with that trip. 9-point lead, ball inbounded to Huggins, gives it back to Frisch. Frisch passes out of the trap, and then an outlet pass hangs in the air for a long time before Huggins comes down with it. And an offensive foul whistled against Huggins. Third offensive foul whistled against the Oaks down here. And on 3 plays, quite frankly, from our vantage point, the Oaks didn't look like they were out of control. Could have gone either way. Those calls so far today have gone the way of the Lions.
Those are going to have to weather the storm here. Those are the types of calls that you just kind of have to give a nod and keep playing. Again, I agree with you, Ryan. I didn't see anything that was egregious. I can understand 1, maybe even 2, but 3 is interesting. Great hands by Rosette.
And then the strength by Rosette to pull that away as well. The Oaks running no numbers here. Good transition defense by the Lions. Boley says, I don't care, your transition defense is as good as that. I'll pop and pull from 15 out and knock it down, and ends the scoring drought for the Oaks. It's 27-20, Lions lead it.
Right, let me ask you this. As someone who's been following this team, has been around this team, has seen this team grow, I've made the claim that Jordan Rosette's the best defensive player in the conference.
And that statement, I would say, has been true for a number of years now, for almost 3 years. The way she's able to alter opposing guards, passing, alter shots. She plays bigger than her size in the post. She's able to deflect passes. She is a special ball player. Three-pointer there was hit by Scherzer, and it's a 10-point lead for the Lions. As we saw, though, no deficit is insurmountable for this Oaks squad as Huggins steps off for Tia Morgan. The Oaks going smaller here. Kiara Brown lays it in. A nice find from Shea Boley. Back to single digits on the deficit. It's 30-22 Lions. CE runs the offense, hands it off to Scherzer. Running this little weave play that the Lions will do up at the top. It's back to CE. All that misdirection, and it's right back to the same spot. Now over to Crabtree. Crabtree directing traffic. Akulu sets the pick. Crabtree thinks about the 3, now gets it down low to Akulu, out to CE for 3. No good, misses back iron. Offensive rebound there by Akulu, and she lays it in. And Akulu now has 10 points and 3 boards. Akulu putting in work on the glass.
You cannot allow Akulu to get such easy looks. They have to be one and done. You cannot work that hard defensively to give up a layup. It's deflating as a team when you expend so much energy only to give up a layup at the rim after forcing a tough shot.
We'll head to the media timeout. 32-20. We return on the Golden State Athletic Conference Sports Network, a battle between two titans in the GSAC, Menlo and Vanguard, both in their final season in the conference. And the Lions leading the Oaks 32-22, looking to draw even at the top of the GSAC standings. Tia Morgan trying to break the zone. Long two, no good from Rosette. The rebound brought in by Akulu. No Huggins on the floor right now. She has 2 fouls. Kiara Brown is on the court with 2 fouls as well of the offensive variety. Crabtree sends it out to Scherzer. Too hot to handle. That's a turnover. Back over to the Oaks. Both teams still shooting over 45% as Matosian deflects that one out of bounds. Great equalizer right now. Vanguard with 4 knockdown threes. Menlo 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. Menlo actually leading 16-14 when it comes to points in the paint. Lazy pass there by Frisch, but Morgan's able to get it back to Frisch. Open 3. And the three-point well continues to run dry for the Oaks. Back over to the Lions now. Rebounds now at 16-10 in favor of Vanguard. So far, they're up on the glass, and that has hurt the Oaks, giving the Lions on offense second and third opportunities and not getting those opportunities for themselves. This is CE, the terrific point guard. Hallie CE gives it over to Matosian. Matosian out in the corner, long 3, no good, misses back iron from Crabtree, and here comes Shea Boley and the Oaks, still down 10. It's 32-22, 3 minutes and change until halftime. Boley to Brown, pulls up from the charity stripe and rattles it home, and that mid-range game is what makes Kiara Brown so special. She's not your traditional post. She is so good from those mid-range spots at the elbow and from the corner. Matosian out to Crabtree. Crabtree down low to Akulu. The Oaks quickly bring a double in the post. She finds Matosian. Her 3 is no good, but an offensive board brought in by Crabtree, and back out to CE with the 20 on the shot clock. Now in the corner, 3-pointer up and good from Scherzer. And it's an 11-point lead, the largest of the game for the Vanguard Lions. Morgan to Brown. One more pass to Rosette, but she wasn't ready for it, and that's a turnover. For the Oaks, that's already turnover number 7. The Lions, however, have turned the ball over 9 times. You look at points off of turnovers, the Oaks have made the Lions pay as well. The 2 equalizers, I should say, are what have in fact pulled Vanguard ahead. Second chance points and the 3-pointer. 5 made threes for the Lions, none for the Oaks. Matosian picks up her dribble, out to CE for a 3. She's one of the few who hasn't hit for the Lions. She doesn't get it to go, but an offensive rebound by Scherzer, and Scherzer swishes home the 15-foot J. 13-point lead for the Lions. And Menlo, if I'm not mistaken, has only scored 6 points in this second quarter.
This is very reminiscent of what happened to the Oaks when they were down in SoCal. They scored 7 points in the first quarter.
As Brown shovels it down to Rosette for the easy deuce. Those are 2 seniors working in sync there.
We'll see if this Oaks team can rally. This is a very similar situation that they found themselves in SoCal. Can they get gritty and dig one out here? As it looks like this will be a second half trailing into the second half as it stands.
CE's floater was no good. Oaks back with it. No offensive rebound there for the Lions. Brown pulls up 10 feet away and swishes it home. Kiara Brown trying to put the team on her back. She has 12 points now to go along with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And with 1 minute remaining, the Oaks have cut it back down to a 9-point deficit. CE runs the offense. She works to her left, picks up her dribble out to Matosian for 3, no good. Brown says, get to the weight room, Melissa Akulu, but then nearly turns it over. The Oaks will stay with it. 20-second differential between the shot and game clock. Let's see if the Oaks try and go fast here, go 2 for 1. Down 9, it would seem that would be the play call for head coach Shannon Spataro. Let's see if they can execute.
This is a situation where I'd look to get Alberta Fish the ball and let her go to work. She might be the most dynamic one-on-one scorer they have.
She's in the corner. Instead, Morgan gives it to Rosette over to Boley. Boley thinks about the jumper. Instead, throws it cross court to Morgan. Morgan gets downhill, throws the pass behind Brown, but there's Boley to clean things up. Misses it, gets her own board, misses the second opportunity. And now the rebound by Hallie CE, and the Lions will hold for the last shot. And you got to wonder for Shea Boley if she has a better look, if she comes down with that and then tries to go back up rather than trying to get it on the way down. Akulu throws up a circus shot, no good. Rebound by Frisch, 6 seconds. Let's see if the Oaks can push and score here. Boley pulls up from the elbow. Looked like she was hacked from behind. No whistle. Shot's no good. We'll head to halftime. The Oaks trail it by 9. It could have been a lot worse. Cut the deficit to 9, heading to the break. We'll be back in just a few minutes to give you our break.
Take over this game when it really starts to matter. We're going to find out.
Yes, we will, as we are underway. Menlo starting with the basketball team. Switch sides, switch hoops they're scoring on. Same starting five for both sides here in the second half. This is a Rosette. Rosette finds a wide open Shea Boley. A little bit of a lob play there. Boley puts it up without ever touching the hardwood. And Menlo cuts the deficit to 7. Shea Boley now with 6 points. CE hands it off to Silva. We didn't really talk about Silva because we didn't see much of her in the first half despite getting the start. She's truly the reserve point guard on a prototypical night for the Lions, but no Madsen tonight, so she'll get the start at the 2, and right there, pop a corner 3 and hit it. Back to a 10-point deficit. Jordan Rosette takes it across the timeline, finds Kiara Brown down low, matched up with Matosian, fades away from the basket, no good. Akulu with the rebound, her 4th.
Shots from Kiara Brown. We know she can make them, but I'd love to see a little bit more ball movement, a little bit more fluidity in this offense. There's a lot of playmakers on this team. A follow-away jumper with number 15 whistle crew on you might not be the best look that early in the shot clock.
Silva gives it back to Matosian. Now Medansky. Medansky now the only player for the Lions who has touched the floor and not scored. She has had a tough senior season scoring. Akulu can't score from the double team. And the rebound by Kiara Brown gives it over to Shea Boley. Now forward to Rosette. Rosette finds the trailing Brown. Now Boley, the point guard, backs it out. Starts to run the offense. In the corner, it's Lily Hunter, who throws it right into the breadbasket of Matosian. Matosian outlet pass forward to CE. CE cannot get it to go. And the offensive rebound by Akulu. And before the shot, a foul will be whistled against Jasmine Huggins. And that's her 3rd. The Oaks don't really have a true post player off the bench. In fact, they likely will go if they have to take out Huggins, who has 3 fouls, with Tia Morgan at the 3 and Jordan Rosette at the 4. Not that Rosette can't play that position. As she comes up with the steal, her ears must have been ringing, but then loses it, poked away by CE. Shea Boley trying to get it back for the Oaks, but she will not. Matosian gives it back to CE. What a play there by Hallie CE. CE hands it off to Silva. Now Medansky. Medansky right back to her point guard CE with 14 on the shot clock. Matosian wants to get downhill. Bowls over Lily Hunter, and the same whistle, it seems, that was a charge against the Oaks is now a block against Lily Hunter.
See, the funny thing is with that, Ryan, is I actually agree with the call on the court. I don't agree with the officiating on that. It's going both ways.
I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, no way did Lily Hunter have her feet set there. That is a block, but I feel similarly to some of the charges that were called against the Oaks.
It's interesting to see that the home team. It's just an interesting call. I'll leave it at that.
Matosian hits the first free throw. And the second as well. Matosian 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Just a 54% free throw shooter, but that is ticked up a couple of notches tonight with this start at 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. Boley to Hunter for 3. Bingo! Lily Hunter buries it. The first 3 of the game for the Oaks. And let's see if that lifts the lid from the rim. CE swings it to Medansky. Now over Matosian. Matosian shovels it back to Medansky. She's an excellent three-point shooter. Historically, has struggled this season. Silva over in the corner. Let's see if Madansky can make me eat my words. She cannot. Brown tips it over to Rosette, and the Oaks out and running here. Hunter bumped by Matosian. That'll be a foul, the first on Matosian, and the first of this quarter on the Vanguard Lions. Hunter inbounds it to Boley after that foul. As for the first time today, the Lions bring on number 13, Brittany Tran. Lions going deep off their bench, and a traveling there. Jordan Rosette shuffled the puppies before she started that drive. Still a 9-point game, 42-33. The Oaks have matched the Lions early in this third quarter, but they need to do a little bit more than matching to get back into this one.
You can really tell this game, it means a lot to Coach Shannon Spataro. She is locked in, animated, ready to go.
Silva gets the kiss off the glass with that little running jumper, and it's back to an 11-point game.
And we're going to see if her team can kind of feed off that energy. You love it when your coach senses the moment.
Kiara Brown buries the jumper in response, and it's a 9-point game. Kiara Brown with 14 to lead all scorers. And to that point, this head coaching matchup, a clash of true titans. Head coach Russ Davis, of course, 28 years at the helm. Shannon Spataro with 16 at the helm for Menlo as Shea Boley gets the interception and the foul drawn against Brittany Tran, her second on the Lions. Menlo has not been at the free throw line all that much in this game, just 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, the Lions have been regulars there, 6 of 8. Rosette in the short corner to Brown. Back out to Boley. Boley takes a look at the rim. Again, not truly a shooter. Little high-low here. And Huggins lays it in off the nice feed from Kiara Brown. Huggins now with double figures. She has 10. Matosian gives it to Akulu. Akulu lays it in. The team's trading buckets, and of course Vanguard will be happy with that. The Oaks need to find a way to get a stop. Timeout called by the Oaks. Shea Boley pleading her case that she was absolutely mugged there. Looked like good defense from the Lions from our vantage point. We'll take the timeout with her. But the Oaks have matched the Lions 9-9 in the third quarter. Second quarter, of course, the big difference in this one after Menlo trailed by just 1 at the end of the first quarter. An 18-10 second quarter for the Lions allowed them to extend their lead out to 9, and that's where it's remained here in the third quarter. Boley, down low to Brown. Kiara Brown turns and hits it. Kiara Brown up to now 16 points. As she has done everything for this Oaks offense. Beg your pardon, that's now 18 points, almost half of Menlo's points. Rosette with the steal, gives it off to Boley. There's the stop the Oaks have been begging for. Outlet pass forward to Lily Hunter. Hunter gives it back to Boley, and the Oaks will slow it down. Brown to Rosette. One dribble, now gives it off to Huggins, and in the corner it's Lily Hunter. Hunter penetrates, dishes it to Rosette, who lays it in, and it's a 5-point game. Here come the Oaks.
Get down to the baseline, you force the defense to just have to respect you because you're so close to the basket. It opens up so many 45 cuts, 2-ups. I mean, really, really great job by Jordan Rosette to actually understand the moment and get to that 45 cut right there, tip of the rim. Easy two for the Oaks.
It's been a quiet game for Rosette so far. Just her second bucket. She's affected the game in all other ways, but a quiet offensive night, I should say. Matosian for 3 at the shot clock horn, no good, and another stop for the Oaks. They can cut it to 1 possession here. Boley to Hunter in the corner. Rosette for 3, no good, and Huggins cannot get the offensive rebound. It dances just off her fingertips before Akulu grabs it. Here comes CE ends the Oaks run.
That's where those fouls on Huggins from earlier kind of come into play. She had to be smart there. Couldn't really make much of a play on the ball.
And then cannot get the layup to go as well. And an outlet pass forward to Akulu. Brown, again, fouls, as you said. Lets Akulu score it, but it's back to a 9-point game. And then a hard foul there by Matosian as Brown hits the deck. Good sportsmanship play there by CE to help Brown back up to her feet. Of course, GSAC and NAIA. Coming out of the break, Menlo looking to string together stops. Down low, it's Huggins. Huggins turns, tries to kick it out to Alberta Frisch. It's off the hands of Crabtree. So those are the two newly inserted players for either side. Alberta Frisch for the Oaks, replacing Lily Hunter, and Crabtree on for Vanguard, replacing Medansky. 15-foot jumper, no good. That's been smooth for Kiara Brown, but the Oaks bailed out with a second chance opportunity. Down low, here's Brown. Throws it to Rosette in the corner. Pump fake. Now out Frisch. Open three. No good. She misses it short, and that just barely kisses the front of the rim before going straight down over the baseline and back over to the Lions.
Yeah, that three ball that was so dynamic. It's such a weapon for the Oaks in this last matchup. It's kind of just not a factor for this team. A team that has multiple shooters, so I don't want to say it's a live with a three, die by the three situation, not when you have players like Kiara Brown down low, but the Oaks are going to need to generate some three-point looks to get back into this one.
And here's a three from Silva, no good. Rebound by Kiara Brown, but yeah, to that point, Drew, 1 of 8 from the field, so the Oaks instead will have to attack in the paint, and Matosian, an excellent hustle play there to alter the shot by Huggins, and it's back over to the Lions, ahead by 9, looking to push it to double digits. Menlo 1 of 8 from 3, Vanguard 6 of 20. They'll get a reach-in foul here on Jordan Rosette. That'll be her second. On comes Tia Morgan. She will replace Jasmine Huggins, and the Oaks will go with that smaller lineup with Rosette at the 4. We'll also see back on a player who we didn't necessarily expect to be making as big of an impact as she did. This is Scherzer back on wearing number 24 for the Lions. She has 8 points off the bench. Scherzer, I'll be honest with you, Drew, didn't even make my notes, but she's had one heck of a game so far. 2 long threes and a nice little 15-foot jumper as well back in the first half. She'll look to add to that in the second half. Crabtree penetrates, gets it back out to Matosian. Matosian now into the paint, blocked from behind by Rosette. Looked like she got a piece of that, and the Oaks clean up the boards. Boley to Morgan. Morgan down low, post entry to Brown, now in the corner to Alberta Frisch. 20 on the shot clock. Frisch back out to Rosette, and now shoveled over to Tia Morgan. Back to the point guard, Shea Boley, with 15 on the ticker. Rosette somehow avoids traffic, gets that one, but just fires up the jumper well long of everything. Akulu with the board.
Back to your point, Ryan, about the bench. I mean, Scherzer not making the notes. Their last matchup, they got 3 points from the Vanguard bench, and now the production has just been kind of it's been a flip of the script. This Oaks team's bench scored 24 or 27, if I'm not mistaken, and now, like you mentioned at halftime, very little production coming from that second unit.
Scherzer, corner 3, no good. She misses it long. Tia Morgan with the board, and the Oaks, with 1 minute remaining in the third quarter, look to attack. Euro step move by Brown, no good, but she's hacked and will head to the line. Just the second time the Oaks have made a trip to the charity stripe today. That's the second foul on Akulu, and I'm surprised to hear that. The Oaks, I mean, it's got to be pretty much every team's point of attack against Vanguard is to go right at Akulu, try and get her in foul trouble. The Oaks haven't really done that today. As Brown rattles home the free throw, she's perfect 3 for 3 so far today.
It's an interesting dynamic. I mean, I go back and forth. The refs are letting the teams play. The fouls have not been very lopsided in terms of total, but it just seems that there's been a lot of physicality that's allowed to play, and that impacts the game, particularly like when you said, Rob. Teams have strategies of going at certain players. Just the whistle hasn't been there. Maybe that's the game plan for the Oaks. Try to limit everybody else.
Corner 3 here from Crabtree is good. Her 4th. She has 12 off the bench. And the press coming from the Lions nearly, and does not force a turnover. A strange movement there as Alberta Frisch's shot is blocked, and possession will stay with the Oaks. I can say calling games here at Haynesburg Pavilion, I've seen a lot of crazy things. I don't know that I've seen a ball carom and avoid touching the sideline like that. But the Oaks stay with it, keep possession here. 14-second differential between the shot and game clock. If they can get a quick play drawn up here, they may be able to go 2 for 1 on the inbound. Instead, it looks like they'll take their time here. It's Tia Morgan. Morgan penetrates. She's blocked. Possession stays with the Oaks. 15 on the shot clock now. That same 14-second differential. 10-point deficit for the Oaks. They're going to have to score in a hurry. That one's batted all the way back to the backcourt by Crabtree. Whistle blows here. I'm not sure exactly why. The referee looked like he wasn't happy with the shot clock. The shot clock execution was correct. That ball was tipped back. Shot clock should have started. It did, and that 14-second differential is absolutely correct. Let's see. Referee talking to our scoreboard operator here.
Not really sure. The ball made clear contact.
Absolutely.
Clear contact.
And it looked like it was handled perfectly by the excellent student worker staff here at Menlo College.
I gotta say, Ryan, they are elite. And the beautiful thing is most of them are athletes themselves, so I think they understand, what it is to be in these kind of high-pressure situations.
So 2 seconds put back onto the game clock and onto the shot clock. Shea Boley penetrates. Boley bumps. She'll head to the free throw line where she has been all but automatic this year. The foul is charged to a newly entered Lion. That's number 32, Naomi Hotchkiss. Her first. Shea Boley to the free throw line. Boley this season, 87%. Old broadcaster's jinx there as she does not get this one to go.
I have to say, Ryan, if this game is felt very Vanguard heavy, and it's still a 10-point game, the Oaks with a chance to cut it to single digits.
Yep, right there. Okay, so substitutes here for Vanguard. Matosian and Akulu back on for Madansky and for Hotchkiss. Oaks with a full court press look. 20.5 on the game clock. Shot clock has been turned off here in the third quarter. CE. Outlet pass forward to Crabtree. She's been automatic from 3. 4 of 6 for the game. 12 points off the bench. CE directing traffic. Haley CE throws it into Matosian at the elbow. Over to Scherzer. Scherzer's floater is good. And heading into the fourth quarter, the deficit is 11. It's the Vanguard Lions 55, the Menlo Oaks 44. We'll bring you fourth quarter action when we come back. Fourth quarter action just about ready to get underway. Ryan Barnett, Drew Barton here taking you through the action. It'll be Vanguard's ball coming out of the break. And for Menlo, down 11. You got to find a way to get the 3 to fall, right, Drew?
Honestly, at this point, almost anything. You would assume.
Matosian pops a 3, hits a 3.
You would assume that, given the kind of flow of this game, the foul trouble that Oaks have had, that
Brown can't get it to go through contact from Matosian. She was trying to draw the foul, doesn't get the whistle.
You would assume Vanguard would be up by more, but the Oaks are kind of right there, but it's just an untimely turnover. Allowing the 3 off the first play of the quarter, things like that have just kept them at bay. This team absolutely can go on a run, but they're going to run out of time soon. They got to figure it out. Scherzer
for 3. She's got it. It's the largest lead of the game for the Lions. They're up by 17. Huggins, 2-on-1 here for the Oaks. Huggins has Brown if she wants her. She gets it to her, and Brown lays it in to end the 8-0 run for the Lions. But the damage has been done. An early blow here in the fourth quarter for the Lions, and they lead it by 15. Kiara Brown does have 20 points for the Oaks. Crabtree for 3. She is human, but an offensive rebound by Scherzer.
Brutal offensive board. You finally get a stop. To be honest, a bit of a lucky one. She was wide open, and you give them an offensive board.
And that's the thing. The Oaks too many times have just not gotten a body on anyone in the box out as Akulu lays it in. I mean, Scherzer there for that offensive board was running free. She saw how it caromed off the rim as it's another turnover for the Oaks, and Akulu gives it to Scherzer. Scherzer is blocked. Akulu gets the offensive board, no good, and able to finally clean things up as Boley.
I mean, if you told me from this game that Akulu would have, I believe, 14 and CE.
3 no good for the Oaks as Matosian gets the board.
CE would have 6, I would think things would be looking very Oak-ish, you could say, but the others have stepped up, and that was one of my keys to this game. Can those two all-conference players operate in a way to get others involved and let others be impactful, and they have.
CE with it now, one of those two that you just mentioned, 6 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, a solid stat line for a point guard. I'm sure anyone would be happy with as she lays it in now 8, 5, and 5. Okulu, the leading scorer for Vanguard, 16 and 8. Timeout Menlo, and we'll keep it right here, but the deficit now 20 with 7:44 to go. And if Menlo's going to get any chance at Crabtree and CE are going to give you the opportunity to get that second and third chance so you can shoot the three more freely. I mean, Vanguard already with 10 offensive boards and 13 second chance points.
13 second chance points, which is more or less, if you get those back,
it's a different game. It's absolutely a different game. And another turnover there for the Oaks. Those are starting to pile up. The 10th of the game by the Oaks, 12 committed by Vanguard. So Menlo has forced the turnover well and has scored off of it well. But Vanguard has certainly cleaned it up. After 9 first half turnovers, just 3 in the second half. Meanwhile, Menlo 7 in the first half and 3 in the second half. CE running out of time on the shot clock. Time is her friend, however. A nice steal there by Jasmine Huggins. And here come the Oaks. They got to look to score quickly. Huggins, not necessarily the player who's going to score on that perimeter. Now Boley. Taking precious seconds off this game clock. Cooper throws it away.
Those empty possessions in this type of game are just so brutal. And it looks like the Oaks actually had great action trying to develop there. They just couldn't really kind of put that punctuation point on it, could have hopefully been a bucket to try to get something going.
The Oaks aggressive here, trying to force the turnover. Instead, it's a foul whistled against Kiara Brown. That is going to be Brown's third. It's a 19-point lead currently for the Lions, whose largest lead is 20. If CE knocks down both, it would be their largest at 21. Haley CE, as we mentioned, a quieter offensive night. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals as well. So stuff in the stat sheet, but a chance to get to double digits if she connects on both of these free throws. CE for the season, a 74% free throw shooter. First one, no good, misses front iron.
That kind of stat line, if I was working with this Vanguard staff, would be exactly what I want to see. We know that Okulu can get you 20 on a nightly basis. CE can get to her 14 or 15, but the fact she's bringing everyone along as a point guard makes it seem so much more dynamic.
Second one up and good from CE, makes it back to a 20-point lead for the Lions, 66-46. On what's been an excellent defensive game for the Lions. Huggins connects with Brown. Brown has 22. That's a pretty play for the Oaks, but maybe a little too late. Still a lot of basketball to be played, but an 18-point lead, 6 minutes to go. It would take a Herculean effort from the Oaks. Matosian backs it out smartly to take some time off the clock. Throws it over to CE, her point guard. Oaks with this aggressive trap zone. It's thrown to Scherzer, 15-foot jumper, no good. And an offensive board fought for by Okulu. Back out to Matosian. Let's run some more clock, says Matosian. Gets it over to CE.
As much as basketball is about scoring points, rebounds, turnovers, and all those.
And a little whistle happy there by our referee, calling for the over and back. Clearly a deflection there by Shea Boley. So, yeah, that can't be called an over and back, and possession will stay with the Lions.
But as I was saying, basketball very quickly, especially in the college game with a 30-second shot clock, very quickly turns into just a game of possessions. And almost mathematically, how many more shots can you realistically get up with a limited amount of time?
Whistle blows there, and a foul on Shea Boley. That is going to be the first on Boley.
And we might be getting into a position here once this gets to about that 5:30, 5:15 mark. You start to wonder, are there enough possessions in this game for Menlo to get back in it? We'll find out.
20 seconds on the shot clock after the foul. It's back to CE from Matosian. Now right back to Matosian in the corner. Crabtree for three. No good. Offensive rebound. Another fresh 20 to kill for Vanguard. Matosian, another offensive board, her third. Matosian down low to Akulu. Akulu doubled. Akulu steps out of it. Gives it over to Matosian in the corner. Now up top to CE. 5 on the shot clock. CE over to Scherzer for three. No good. Misses a short. Offensive rebound. Akulu. And she's hacked by Brown. Brown can't believe it. It's her fourth foul. And again, if I'm head coach Russ Davis, I'm not happy with that shot by Akulu. I'd rather her kick it back out to CE and run some more clock.
Absolutely. That's the type. I don't think any coach over there is happy right now, right? Jara Brown picks up her fourth.
Of note for Akulu, she's played all 35 minutes, has not left the court. A lot of times you'll see that from a point guard, maybe a 2 or a 3.
Absolutely.
Hats off to a 5. Banging around bodies down low, getting rebounds, getting points, forcing steals, blocking shots, and she's playing the full 35. She's up to now 17 points, 10 boards.
And that is why she's the favorite to be, once again, Conference Player of the Year and another NAI All-American.
Cooper to Boley. Boley down low to a wide open Huggins, who lays it in. Huggins up to double figures now. Hopes trail it by 17 with 4:52 to go. CE takes it across the timeline with 2 seconds to spare and backs it out. High post entry into Matosian, now in the corner to Crabtree. Crabtree right back to Matosian. Matosian, Cooper, and Boley bring the double team, now passes out of it to CE. CE loses her dribble, shovels it back to Scherzer. Scherzer penetrates to Akulu at the free throw line. Akulu spins, throws it up, no good, and a rebound by Jordan Rosette. Rosette running it herself. Rosette over to Boley. Boley down low to Huggins, a no-look pass. Huggins throws it off glass, no good, and Akulu with the rebound. Akulu altered that shot. 11 rebounds now for Akulu, 6 of the offensive variety, 5 defensive boards. Timeout called by the Lions. 67-50. We'll keep it here, Drew. And for the Oaks, you're down 17. What do you have to do to get momentum building?
The teams with strong coaches. As you mentioned earlier in this game, when you're led by Hall of Fame level coaches, they kind of run themselves. They operate in a certain way. This is a chance for the Oaks to say, regardless of outcome, we operate a certain way, and we're going to show you what that is inside that.
The Lions stack it up there coming out of the 30-second timeout. We'll take more time. No doubt, commentary by head coach Russ Davis there. It was, let's run some clock every possession. Akulu left wide open. She lays it in. 69-50. Vanguard Lions. Akulu now with 17. Kickball there. Possession will stay with the Oaks. To your point, Drew, now 13 offensive rebounds for the Vanguard Lions. Almost as many as defensive boards for the Oaks. It's just been Vanguard's night so far today. Cooper connects with Frisch. Frisch tries to thread the needle, and Matosian bats it out of bounds. Frisch to inbound. Connects with Kiara Brown over the outstretched arms of Matosian. Brown picks up her dribble, throws it off glass. No good. Offensive board. Jasmine Huggins. Huggins can't get it to go. Fighting for the rebound. A foul is called against the Lions. I believe they'll get CE here.
That's the type of energy that I talk about, though, from Jasmine Huggins. That's great to see. A willingness to still battle, still fight. It's not about the score. It's about a point. Like I said, try. Just be a force on the glass.
Ball inbounded by Frisch to Rosette. Right back to Frisch. Frisch gets downhill, throws up the runner, no good. And Matosian with the board. So another empty possession for the Oaks, who trail it by 19. 3:20 to go. And CE walks it across the timeline. Alberta Frisch providing pressure here. She leads the team in steals. An excellent on-ball defender. Matosian right back to CE. CE begins her attack with 10 on the shot clock. It's poked away by Rosette. She'll get credited for the steal there. Coming from behind is Crabtree. Pokes it away from Frisch, but recovering it is Huggins, and she is fouled by Scherzer, her first. Hopes to inbound it here. There's some quick break to pick up some moisture off the court. Melissa Akulu running point there with our mopper, pointing out where the sweat spots are and where she wants to be. 69-50 our score. The Oaks trailing the Vanguard Lions. Next up for the Oaks on Saturday, it'll be Hope International. Vanguard will head over to Rockland and take on the Jessup Warriors. All inbounded to Huggins, back to Cooper. Cooper penetrates. Cooper nowhere to go with it. Kicks it back to Huggins. Huggins shovels it to Brown. Brown back to Huggins. Huggins goes up amongst the trees. Can't get it to go. And Huggins fights to earn that board for the Oaks, getting it off the leg of Akulu.
Captain Jasmine Huggins, she is absolutely battling down there. Not only going through Akulu, but just trying to make plays happen for a team that really thinks it's smart.
She gets the inbound there, and Akulu whistled for the foul. That's going to be the third on Akulu. Third team foul on the Lions, so not quite the bonus for the Oaks. Frisch surveying, throws it into Huggins. 20 on the shot clock. Oaks want to go in a hurry. Cooper down low to Brown. Brown is blocked, gets her own rebound. Spins away from the basket, throws it up, and gets the friendly roll. Cut the deficit to 17.
Dirk Nowitzki there for your fans. Nice little fall away.
Little Dallas Mavericks action all night. Dirk Nowitzki, Sean Marion. Of course, Marion a long career with other teams as well, but love the references there. Matosian in the corner to Crabtree for three, misses long, and there's Scherzer again, and she's just sneaky around there. Nobody can get a body on her. That's her fourth offensive board. Shortest player on the court, but she's just able to wriggle away from whoever has the matchup with her and get those offensive boards. Foul on the Oaks. Hallie C. throws it over to Matosian. Matosian backs it out, now throws it in the corner. Crabtree, one dribble in, now back out to CE with 9 on the shot clock. 100 ticks remaining in this game, and it's just about all over, but the shouting, rebound no good, or three-pointer no good by CE, rebound by Akulu, as my mouth gets a little bit ahead of my brain, but was aptly correct with another offensive board for the Vanguard Lions. Whistle blows, and a travel there whistled against Hallie CE. And just the worst thing you can see, too, in a game like this that's already out of time today after a spectacular game, 19 points, 12 boards. The Oaks basketball with 81 ticks remaining. Bowling. Defended by Tran, also entered into the game. Long three is good from Alberta Frisch. Cutting the deficit to 14. Frisch's first bucket. Now a steal for the Oaks. Frisch with it, backs it out. Over to Cooper. Cooper out-muscles Tran. Tran hits the deck and is whistled for the foul.
A few more of those three balls earlier. Very nice shot. One of the Oaks' top perimeter shooters, or at least top perimeter creators.
Cooper on the board as well, so the Oaks bench now getting involved in the scoring. 2 of the 4 that have come off the bench have been able to score as Cooper goes 2 for 2. 30-second timeout called by the Vanguard Lions with 1 minute remaining. The Oaks have cut it down to 12. The Oaks set the lineup for you. It's C.E. Tran, Hotchkiss, Matosian, and Crabtree. For the Oaks, it's Cooper, Boley, Rosette, Morgan, and Brown. Foul called there on Cooper. She's whistled for the block. Lions are in the bonus. CE to the free throw line, where today she is 1 for 2. See a chance to become the 5th Lion in double figures. If she can convert at least one of these. She's 1 of 2 today from the charity stripe. First one up and rattles home. So CE to double figures, joining Sarah Matosian, Ashlyn Crabtree, Natalie Scherzer, and Melissa Akulu. For the Oaks, double-digit scores, Kiara Brown, Jasmine Huggins with 24 and 12, respectively. Second one, no good, so that 50% clip remains for CE. Rebounded by the Oaks. Here comes Shea Boley. Boley over to Tia Morgan. Morgan penetrates, throws it in the corner. Long jump shot, no good from Kiara Brown. Offensive rebound, the putback opportunity, no good for Shea Boley's third chance opportunity from Jordan Rosette. She throws it into the breadbasket of a Vanguard player for the steal. 5-second differential between the shot and game clock, and the Lions lead is 13. Crabtree out to C. Matosian threads the needle down low to Hodgkiss. Now Tran, the jumper up and good. 72-57, likely the last possession of this game. Tia Morgan for three. It's good. 3.9 seconds remaining. The Oaks cut the deficit to 12. And that will do it. 72-60 our final. The Vanguard Lions take the win on Menlo's home floor. Exact revenge on the Oaks and move to 15-4 and 8-2 in the GSAC. Meanwhile, the Oaks